its heart out. But it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came.
Huh. Interesting. That would explain the diving suit, I guess.
Yep. I was wondering why that had happened.
Mm-hmm. And all because Alan had to think of a poetic way to kill off
Well, Zane, really, but...
Zane. But Alan wrote it in.
Well, maybe it was Zane's idea in the first place.
Maybe. Of course, he didn't actually kill off Jagger because he can still see her.
Right. Ah.
Oh.
There we go. Wonder if we're going to have to fight the giant magnet.
It does kind of seem like they're building you up for something in here. And yeah,
Where did the thing go? Oh, I guess it's on the other side.
If Poltergeist showed up here with all the stuff to work with, it would be...
Oh, I'm almost certain it'll happen.
Right. Yeah, okay, something just happened. Of course, seeing all the cars piled up makes you think that we're going to keep up with the action movie thing and have Alan fight like a giant poltergeist with a monster truck.
Close.
Yeah. All right, Killdozer round 2 or 3, is it now?
Round 3, I think.
All right. Demolition Derby is go. And the dude that brings a bulldozer to a demolition derby is just that.
That's just a jerk.
Right. Probably find some way to justify it in the rules, too.
Ha-ha! Okay, that was very silly. I'll admit it. There it is.
And yeah, Lorix confirms way more potential enemies in other stages. So you play it perfectly, you have to get a lot of one-hit kills with the handgun, stuff like that. Gotcha. Exactly.
That was not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, whenever we can actually bring the high beams on a car to play, all of a sudden light isn't so difficult to get.
Did I actually hit the button?
All right, don't get cocky, kid.
Can I get through here?
Oh, it's rising, yeah.
Gotcha.
There we go.
As people keep on reminding me, overconfidence, insidious killer, yada yada.
Insidious killer.
Did that not count as a? There we go.
Sure enough, you have to be out of the car, I guess.
Well, this looks like a more intact truck.
True.
So let's just go with that.
One thing I always find kind of funny is in video games where people do things like hop over to the other seat of a car or jump out the window and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, in real life, it's actually kind of tricky, Even just something as simple as getting from the driver's seat to the passenger seat. There's a lot of times there's that, some center console stuff in the way, and
right.
Not a whole lot of room to work with. The light, the promise of safety. That's true. That one's always appropriate.
Yeah. There we go. It is a little frustrating that you have to get out of your vehicle in order to check points.
Right.
Back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
Put it that way, it sounds kind of silly, doesn't it?
It's okay, you're not writing for a horror story anymore. Yes. No, I'm still not going to be not bitter about that.
Swift concurs, that'd be a good 5 minutes of gameplay, trying to move from the driver's seat to the passenger side. I'd say maybe 1 minute, but definitely not as quick as kind of sidle over and then boom. It depends on the car too.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, you know, some of them you can just flick up the console and you're fine.
Right.
Okay. Aha!
Mm-hmm.
Push, push, push.
Sway says that she and her friend use the switch seats while driving all the time.
There we are.
I sense there's a story there, Sway, but...
Well, maybe not. Maybe they just decided to change seats every now and again.
Speaking of Sway, good to see you. I know you were in the chat earlier, but you must not have been there when we asked if you were around to ID some classic cars.
Let's see, is there... I'm feeling that maybe I would need to use these, but for what reason right now I can't tell.
Yeah, then it's take it for a former mailman. If you don't have a bench seat, you know, he finds it darn near undoable. But overweight former mailman too. But yeah, had a detail there.
If you're a spry and svelte mailman, then you should be fine.
Oh, here we are.
Wow. Oh, it's the tornado. Well, that's not good.
Everything's coming full circle. And 2 days after Rune Factory, we have to kill a bunch of farmers. Yeah, I'm amazed at just that that wooden board was dropped on you without doing any damage.
Right. I would have expected to need to kill me or something.
Right. Oh, it's just like a must have been like a ghost town type thing.
I don't care. It has thermos. Oh, they've got like a bunch of different guns.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's because it seems like it's all I guess these are barns and stuff. So the first couple seemed like just facades, so it made it seem like it was ghost town. But
that or just ripped apart.
Yeah, probably abandoned. Massacre at Stardew Valley. Well,
no going back that way, I would guess.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a taken coming up behind you. I mean, surprise, surprise, but...
Yeah. Well, this kind of backfired on me.
Yeah, so you had a good plan to put the flare down so they couldn't flank you, but... Alright, so far so good. Everybody who missed the start of the stream, it does seem a little bit easier. We're still on the medium, because as we found out, it's like you don't have had to replay the last chapter to put this one back on hard.
Oh, right.
Did you have flashbang?
Well, I had just flare gun.
That's true.
Them.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. That's what you got him for. Okay. There goes the music, so yeah. Nicely done.
Hooray!
I don't think that would have been too hard on hard either. I mean, you had the searchlight to take care of the first couple, and then you still had those flashbangs left.
Right. Okay. Now where do we go?
I wouldn't be surprised if actually, like, contrary to how a lot of these games work, if the last chapter was actually a little bit easier to kind of encourage the feeling of Alan striking back against the darkness and everything.
Because he's a hack action movie person. And we're in the third act now. The hero gets his comeuppance.
Right.
Everything is.
It was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me, the words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real.
So it is kind of like a muse, I guess.
Yeah. This whole thing kind of makes me think it would be kind of an interesting idea for a, if not a setting itself, at least a backdrop for an arc or something in a game. We had like a true name type thing of, you know, the words becoming reality and writing them down to give them meaning and power and stuff like that. People say that in a metaphorical and poetic sense about about writing as it is, you know.
Right.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
Oh gosh.
There's a walk ahead of you, yeah.
Yeah, this could be bad. What was that about the chapter?
Yeah. More supplies. Ooh, there we go.
More flare gun, and batteries and revolver ammo, which I don't need.
Speaking of flares and
Release the brake.
speaking of flares and everything, anybody have anything special for 4th of July? Any fireworks, anything like that going on?
I wonder if there was a thermos or something there that I just missed. Oh, we shall see.
We go to the heavy metal farm yet? I don't think we're going back then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, you did miss the rock band of the Old Gods.
Oh yeah. That was chapter 4. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, there's more of the glitching again.
Isn't it?
So there was some on the sides, but I think we're past it now. Well, then I have been gradually putting these up on YouTube. We're halfway or 2/3 are done with chapter 2 up, so that'll should just be a week or two.
Yeah.
I've been uploading Alan Wake every, I think, 2 or 3 days and doing the episode on Something Awful's casual LP thread. Can't really give a stream we're doing its own. There's more birds. Yeah, that's what I thought too. If you have the flares to use, it seems like that's a great time for it. Because you know they're going to come right at you in melee.
Really?
Melee is not. I don't think melee is the right word for being swarmed by crows, but
it kind of fits.
right. I've still been waiting for at least once to have you actually get killed by them, so I can say you got murdered. But I don't think that's happened yet.
No, I don't believe so. And once again, action hero.
It's a birdemic. Yep. Yeah, I think Barry has a line about how it's gone all Hitchcock, you know, out there when he gets scared indoors by crows one time. But yeah, birdemic works too.
There we go.
Yeah.
I almost walked right off.
Yeah, it seems like the...
Probably seems like the goal, but...
No, you keep going there, yeah.
Well, I want to go back because that's where a checkpoint is. So let's go ahead and do that if I can.
That makes sense, yeah. Do with the birds and then go save it.
And
Oh, maybe not, yeah.
don't know if I can cross.
Yeah, I just keep on going. There should be
Yeah.
another checkpoint before too much longer.
Hopefully so. Just worried that I probably missed something down there, maybe even a manuscript page.
Well, here's the thing. It's like as we found out that basically the manuscript pages in the inventory with that little symbol off to the side, the ones you have to get in Nightmare. There's a bunch of them we can't get anyway.
Yeah, but there is still the achievement for getting all the ones that you can.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That, and just for the sake of the stream, it's like whatever things we can get to reveal more of the story is a good thing.
True.
Okay. Nothing over here.
It is kind of interesting how the manuscript's been kind of building up, how the darkness is starting to get desperate and everything. Basically, it's like, yeah, and I always thought it was kind of odd how it seemed like the Dark Presence was wanting to capture Alan and force him to work, but all these enemies would just kill you anyway.
That was not what I wanted to do.
And then,
Well, it's still gratifying enough, I suppose.
that was still pretty cool. I think it's the first time I've seen that cinematic, bullet rushing in to explode kill. Nice.
There we are.
Vengeance imagines a dark presence dragging along the ground. We can talk with worms and leaving those. Aw. yeah.
Nope. I am not fighting whatever it was that just caused the music scene.
Yeah, that is a really good point. It's like the dark presence is almost always indicated as either a tornado or intangible, with the...
Or as what's-her-face.
Yeah. And so where do the puddles come from? Huh.
Yeah, none of you can see me shrugging, but... If I were to place my guess, I would say that's probably where it's concentrated its power, or where it's put its focus.
Right.
Like, if there is a tornado, it would make sense that it flings around dark water and things like that.
Oh, that's true. It is kind of weird how you can see it in the distance and it's supposed to be chasing you, and yet, oof. Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be the green moss, but that's some bad texturing if so.
I think could be. Or it's another glitch for that.
I was thinking if it was a glitch, it probably would have hit other things too.
Mm.
Then again, we shall see. We shall see.
Nice. But then genuinely finds this stuff a little bit creepy. Behavior is almost supernatural in greasy restaurant kitchens and such.
It didn't actually die from flare? That's frustrating.
So Vanny, saying you've seen the dark presence at fast food places? Because I think I wouldn't be surprised.
Here.
I was kidding.
I don't see any things there, so I guess it's on this way.
Oh, yeah, there was a message there. This is a previous one. Mostly like kitchen grease. Can't we see it? As it gets thicker, it congeals into everything. And behavior is almost supernatural in greasy kitchens. There we go. Yeah, I guess you were comparing the dark presence to it, but yeah.
Here.
And one thing that kind of jumped out at me too, following up on what Ben was saying, is I remember seeing some kitchen nightmare stuff where it's like Gordon, like it's like not until somebody else points out to them like just how bad things are they seem to get it. It's like
sometimes not even then.
So it's not even then, right? Just so gradual they don't even notice anything's wrong.
Yeah, that's one thing that gets me about a lot of things that involve entropy and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, it does constantly accrue,
right?
And it takes effort to fight it. But if you aren't really paying attention, you don't really recognize what exactly is going on.
Right.
Okay. So you're still on the right way.
Right. Yeah, then I'm trying out I think I mentioned this. I mentioned this last time. I'm trying out a new browser because Opera's been giving some problems with crashing and freezing.
It's not fair to just have him appear right behind me.
And
it's a fast guy too.
And I don't have
a fast guy
and a big guy, right? I don't have.
I was trying to hit that thing behind them.
Right. There you go.
There's the bastard.
Yeah. I don't have better TTV on this one yet. That's why it's a little bit tougher to find the different messages than the usual.
There. All right, on you go.
Right. Got some more company. Oh, that's pretty cool. See the fire in the background there. I guess the game heard what we said about the games about it starting to get easier in the later bits, because you've literally got enemies dropping in on you now.
I feel like I need to emphasize that you are the only one who said anything about it being easier.
Well, I said it might. You know, they might do that.
Oh, they're both fast people.
Mm. Well, that being said, they can't get up there from the back. So if you kind of wait here, then they're going to have to come in after you, or just not come in at all. Yeah, that could also be a thing.
You're right.
Here we are. Yup. Oh, it didn't work on the second one.
Well, it did drop the shadow protection, so there is that.
True.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Especially considering how frustrating those things can be.
Yeah. Since the sailboat drop in, then don't get boat murdered.
Well, may make your nice boat joke if you wish.
I was going to say that dwarfed the previous vehicle. If only there was a way to get that to have hit them.
Here.
Right.
Boat murdered?
Say, old Dwarf Fortress LP kind of referencing.
Ah. Fair enough, I suppose.
Yep.
All right.
Safe place, a safe
Yay.
space. There we go. Safe place. Well, it is a safe place. A happy place, right?
More stuff?
And we were playing when we were talking about Evil Within. Even after that stuff got official names, we'd still call it Brain Juice and Happy Place
right.
and everything. Welp. I guess she engineered a trap for you there.
Oh, dear.
I think you've been trained to avoid it.
We'll see. It doesn't. I'm kind of finding it a little bit baffling. It's been a while since we had our last cache.
Mm-hmm. Well, but you've been pretty much maxed out on stuff this entire time too. So maybe you'll have one coming up after another set piece or two.
Maybe.
Yeah, but then again, it's like, yeah, we've been going through a lot of forest, and you think that's normally where games hide stuff, but
right. That is a...
Yeah, graphics starting to glitch back up again.
Okay, once we get to the next safe place, I'll have to do the thing again.
Yeah. There's something kind of cool about seeing the angular, darkness jutting out from the skybox and everything. But
but it's not actually supposed to be
exactly
there.
Right. That being said, I do love how the glitching with the... There's got to be some kind of rendering engine glitch thing.
Right.
But hey, how it's making the elaborate light popping effects after you zap something. It reminds me of the end of Equilibrium, where when Preston, is just fighting the guys at the end of it, and to symbolize his transformation to a good guy, he's wearing pure white, and his pistols have cross-shaped muzzle flashes. And so that was reminding me of.
That was an Equilibrium?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were a little heavy-handed on the symbolism at the end there. Because the big scene right at the end where he's storming the presidential
Well, I know that.
house.
I just didn't remember the white or the cross muzzle flashes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Ah, well, that was abrupt.
You asked.
Can I actually get to it, though? Oh, here it is.
Well, they just kind of gave you that one. I guess it's to catch you up on heavy-duty stuff and make sure you didn't miss it.
Right.
The darkness...
Where's her face? Yeah, but we already know, and have been told for several chapters now. I was kind of expecting more graffiti-type things.
As I pointed out, some automatic rifles do actually have a cross-shaped muzzle flare. At least one did in GoldenEye.
Huh.
Yeah, unless you did it for effect there too, you know. But yeah, in the end of Equilibrium, they were using pretty much normal
They were just
automatic
using
pistols,
handguns,
and yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Wait, was that? Drat.
Nope,
Just an oil can.
no coffee for you.
Well, I thought it was one of those boxes of supplies.
Ah, yeah,
So it
yeah.
was that red color and kind of the same shape.
Gotcha.
But it was not.
You think there probably would be a thermos in here somewhere?
You'd think.
See, there seems to have been one in every like
I needed
You
to
know.
get the generator running.
once habited area.
Generator has to go running. Where is the generator?
Van doesn't think anyone's trying to compare James Bond to Jesus, though. Little Jesus Bond. By Jesus Bonds, they come back to you in 3 days.
The name is Bond. Jesus Bond. Yeah, I'm not thinking that would work very well.
Die for your sins, your financial sins. That is a lot of big guys. He just like jump at you with a cleaver.
Yes.
Very nice.
I also cannot see what's going on.
Right. Jeez. I like that kind of jumping attack they do. It does look pretty vicious.
That time that didn't actually slow him down at all.
Right.
Oh, because he's one of the yes guys.
That'll work.
I don't know if it actually did, because again, I can't really see what's going on.
It got him and it got one of the big guys, but they were
Okay,
still.
there's the other one.
Yeah, there you go. Not bad.
All right. Used up a fair few resources, but that's probably where it needs to be spent.
Exactly,
so-
and they made sure you got all that stuff before, and you still got over 10.
Right.
Flashbangs. So.
Okay.
It was epic timing, yeah.
Checkpoint reached. Ma.
Yeah, while we're talking about Jesus and religious symbolism, how about the light shining from above as rescue comes for you?
To take you up into the light.
Right, and dispel evil and all that.
Uh-oh. Well,
Ooh, Paige.
After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream that was the dark place. I had to find a way to the cabin. I'd written myself a way through this place in the manuscript. I followed the idea of a path. I'd written myself across the ocean that blocked my way, and with that, there was a bridge to the island beyond. The idea of the cabin flickered in the underwater darkness. I willed the cabin to be real, and it was.
Huh.
so now we're getting into some weird postmodern subjective reality stuff.
Right.
Which, again, has almost never been handled well.
Yeah, and here's the thing too: is like the kind of once again it goes back into what are the limitations in the story and everything. It's like how much can you just write in?
Turn back now.
So I assume by willing it to be real, that's what it means. He wrote it.
Or that, yeah, the idea could have existed, and therefore he makes that part of it exist.
Right.
There we go.
All right, let's go back to shooting mans now.
If only.
Oh, here's a question: can you prematurely put in a battery if one of them's running low?
Yes.
You can. Okay. Just thinking of basically turning that into some kind of kind of alternate version of a tactical reload in Call of Duty or something. Oh, I didn't quite do it. Or that stuff.
Pretty close to, though.
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
I think one more just in case anyone else comes along.
Sure. Yeah, you got plenty of them to you got flares to burn. Yeah. Man.
That was a lot of resistance. Oh well.
How much light should it take to dissolve a boat anyway? Just think, if you timed those better, if I hit you as you went past and actually did some damage.
True, but he had written no escape out of this too. Wait. Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like, you know, if he has the ability for basically infinite potential, then surely this thing does too.